My brother and I are motorbike enthusiasts and we go to a lot of events in remote places. We live in Mexico, and every year there's a rock and wheel festival in a town called Almoloya. The event lasts 3 days, so you can camp, and because of that we have the habit of traveling at night to arrive when the atmosphere is at its peak. Imagine a dark road, completely alone, in the middle of the forest. You're practically entombed by the cold on the bike, and suddenly trailers come out on a curve. You have to be super alert. That was the scene, so you get the idea. About 4 years ago, at that festival, after a few beers my brother insisted on going home. We couldn't convince him to stay. It was around 2 in the morning and he was pretty drunk. Since he's my brother, I decided at least to go back with him. I gave my motorcycle keys to a friend, took care of our tent, and left to catch up. He drives a trike, a converted VW Vocho with a motorcycle front end, and he wouldn't let me drive. I put on glasses and a cap and held on tight as we rode. We were going so fast it felt like someone was chasing us. I kept hoping we'd turn around. Seeing the trees and hearing animals in the distance didn't help. Thank God we didn't have an accident, though what happened next was intense. After the long stretch of that road we entered the town of Whiskey Lucan. From there the road was better lit, since it was a populated area, and that calmed us down a lot. We were more relaxed when, on a descent near a small overpass, we saw a girl standing in the middle of the road beside a stop. My instinct was to shout at my brother to stop so we wouldn't run her over. We were going fast. He started to brake, but then suddenly he yelled, "Grab, grab," and released the brake, accelerating. I closed my eyes and clung to whatever I could. I felt like we flew over her and my brother struggled to keep control. When I finally opened my eyes, expecting to see her thrown or lying on the road, there was no one. My brother didn't turn around at all. I asked him what had happened, why he hadn't stopped, but he didn't answer. He didn't say a word the rest of the way. When we were close to my neighborhood I asked to be dropped off at my girlfriend's house. She was having a family get-together and I assumed she'd still be up. When we got there I asked my brother what had happened. He said he had seen the girl too, but when he started to stop he realized she had no feet and her lower body was floating over the pavement. He told me the first thing that flashed through his mind was that maybe it was a doll hung up by someone to make drivers stop. Then they'd get robbed, it happens. So he sped up and we passed by. That explanation sounded logical enough at the time and I more or less believed him. I went inside my girlfriend's house. The party was over but she and her sister were still awake. They were surprised to see me. They hadn't expected me until the next day. The first thing my girlfriend asked was what had happened to me, because I looked livid and my eyes looked like I had put on Halloween makeup. I told them what had just happened. Her sister interrupted with details about that place. She told me a girl had died there a long time ago. She had been in an accident.